I turned this old dated planner into a travel journal. One of my best friends is leaving and is starting a family in another country. We've worked together for 17 years and have traveled to so many places, either to perform in shows or just to explore. Upcycling this planner was one of the ways I chose to send her off, and here are some reasons I knew she'd love it. Because she did. She loved it. First, she values sustainability, and we've long agreed not to buy gifts as much as possible, and we've even been bartering some of our old clothes with one another when we can. I had this unused Starbucks planner from 2023 that was still in pristine condition and functional after I removed all the dated pages and kept all the blank dotted ones. It was a bonus that the mermaid motif was really perfect for her too, because she loves the water. Also, she's a writer. She won a National Book Award a few years ago, and when inspiration strikes her, she never seems to have a notebook and ends up writing on tissue paper and receipts from her bag that she eventually ends up losing. You know, artists. So hopefully if she can remember to bring this around, she can use these pages. And it's a binder too, so if she still ends up writing on a scrap, she can just punch them all in there. And there's a little pouch at the back too, where she can just put them all in. Lastly, she can bring it around when she travels and can collect mementos in it. She can remove the leaves and easily assemble all the ephemera. I've given her some ideas by filling it with a few photos from our trips and labeled them with the dates and places and the little stories attached to them. I told her it's so she'll always remember how irreplaceable we are. But honestly, it was a therapeutic way for me to start letting her go. It allowed me to reminisce and fully appreciate the depth and complexity of our unique friendship. I mean, I know it's not the end, but not having her a call away to hike or sleep over or go to a beach is going to be so different. So the process was definitely more for me, but filling it with words and love are for her to take whenever she may need a hug from home. In case anyone out there wants to do something similar, I just took an old binder folio, I measured the pages, and I plugged the values onto Adobe Express, and that's where I made all the photo collages. Just make sure that when you save the photos, you print them at 100% scale. I initially tried printing these from my home printer, but the quality ended up really bad, and I decided to get them printed professionally. Every single page had the dimensions of 3.7 by 6.7 inches, but to save paper on printing, I laid them out with 3 pages fitting in one 8 by 12 sheet. Since their backs had the watermark of the company, I pasted craft paper on their backs so that she can still write on them. Then I interspersed the photos between several blank pages. I initially used my single hole punch, but it was a bit too narrow and it was really limiting the movement of the pages, so I ended up using a standard hole punch, and that worked perfectly. So here is a really quick look at just some of the mountains that we climbed, some of the beaches we've swum in, some of the stages we've sung and danced on, and the food that we shared, and the memories that we made, and the thousands of stories in all of those years.